I went on my Panera date, yay, in April. I did it on Good Friday, the 18th. I was late to my own date. I was supposed to leave probably at 11. I didn't leave 11:30. I didn't leave till 12, and then I looked for Easter candy before even going because my family and I give each other like Easter snacks or snacks, and so I went to buy that before even going to my Panera date. But I did go. I didn't take any pictures, didn't do any videos. It was just a time for myself. But I like these Panera dates because I aim to write or to read or to just have that time outside, enjoying the weather. It is spring, and just feeling the vibe. And so, a bunch of fun facts. I went there and everyone was inside. It wasn't warm because there was still some breeze, but it was nice out. And so, I sat outside. I was like, no, I did look for seats inside, but I didn't want to because there was a bunch of tables outside and I wanted the vibe outside. That is what I enjoy about Panera because they tend to have nice areas of seating outside. And so I did that. Did I write? Drum roll, please. Yes, but not a lot. So I wrote a scene, not for Olivia's book, not for the girlhood book, but for basically there's a show I'm working on, and I don't know how I will go about it, but I have a bunch of different episodes for this show. And so I had thought of a scene like a few weeks ago, but I never wrote it down. And so I took the time during my Panera date to write down that scene. And I sadly forgot some things that I wish I remembered, but at least I wrote something. Let me take off these earphones. I feel like maybe I was shouting also, and that could be why. What else did I do? I did read. I read Tiffany D. Jackson's. I'm still reading it. But I believe it's called Let Me Hear a Rhyme. I got back into it because I had stopped and paused reading it, and now I'm getting back to it. So yeah. And I usually don't share what books I'm reading because, another fun fact, I have an idea for a future game, and it deals with books and reading. And so, yeah, me sharing what book I'm reading, that's exciting because I rarely do. And also, I'm a slow reader, so that's also another reason I rarely share because I could be on the same book for a year, if not a year and a half. So yeah, but the date was nice. Um, it was peaceful. It was enjoyable. It was short. It was maybe an hour, just an hour, but I did eat. Oh, that's what I wanted to share. What did I eat? I got an avocado chicken sandwich, no bacon. And then I got a side of mac and cheese. They're kettle chips. Enjoy their kettle chips. And a strawberry lemonade, frozen strawberry lemonade. It was delicious. Sadly, a lot of I guess the strawberry part had went to the bottom, and it was hard to stir it because I got a small. But when I did taste it, it was delicious. So that was also nice and refreshing because it was, like I said, it was a hot day, but there was still breeze, so it made it a little chilly, but it was still nice. And then I plan to go to the library next Monday, and so that'll be exciting to do some writing there. Last time I went to the library, you can see it in this video. Not this, the video that'll pop up on the screen. But I talked about like how that went. But what I didn't talk about was that I found a book at the library that talks about like the afterlife in an interesting way. And I have a story idea that talks about the afterlife in an interesting way, but I have never written like parts of it down. I know the idea, but I don't know how I want the story to go about. And so I added that book that I saw in the library to my want to read list, but I don't want to read it anytime soon because I haven't written my story idea out for myself, and I don't want to read this book and then get ideas that are based on that book. I want to keep it my own. And so I got to write that eventually in order to read that book, because that book idea sounded really interesting. And it's also cool to see that someone did kind of write like the idea I had, but in a completely different way. And so, yeah. I'm excited to take time to write in the library, hopefully find a new interesting book to add to my list, and to eventually check out. And then also maybe do some reading there, but I think I just want to write. Just write and take in the vibes. So yeah, just wanted to share how that I did my Panera date and then how things are going. And yeah, thank you for watching. This was just a short video. Definitely take the time to go on a date with yourself, or go just on like writing in a new spot. No matter how short or long of the time you take to write. Treat yourself when you can. I know money is hard. I understand the struggle. um, but also, if you can, treat yourself. It could be at home. It doesn't have to be out if you cannot go out right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I have 2 books out if you would like to support me. I have a poetry book out and a novel titled Home Sweet Home. They are available below. I would appreciate the support, or if you just like to donate for my next self-date with myself, you could also do that as well. Take care, and don't forget, just write. Write your story, and take care.